Well, we're going to take Bridge Street out of the town of Northville, New York. And, well, I was going to head north on the Adirondack Trail. But as you can see up ahead, there's a lot of traffic. I think they're also heading north to try to catch this eclipse. But I think that's the way I'm going to go anyway. We will see. And as you can see by the sign, we're going north on Route 30. This is a section of the Adirondack Trail, which will take you up into Wells and Speculator, New York. And it seems as though there are a lot of people ahead of us and several people behind us that are all trying to get to a northwestern spot where we can see the total eclipse. Okay, now we've entered into Hamilton County, which we are in the town of Benson. I threw a little bit of gas into my Jeep back in Northville. There have been cautionary reports for the last month or so, just telling people to make sure that you're gassed up, because as you go into some of the further northwestern areas to watch this eclipse, the gas stations are kind of far and few. A lot of these towns are tourist towns, and they don't see a big influx of people this time of year. So some gas stations may not be available or may be limited as to the amount of gas they will have available. Not to mention, I've already been hearing reports of traffic accidents, excuse me, and traffic backups. I think a lot of that might be on the Adirondack Northway. The Adirondack Northway is a toll-free road that runs from Albany, New York, up through to the Canadian border. And one of the prime viewing spots is going to be up in the areas of Old Forge and Lake Placid, New York. With Old Forge, I would think a lot of people would be going through Warren County and traveling up Route 28 or 28N into through Johnsburg up into Blue Mountain Lake. I believe it's exit 30 off the Adirondack Northway to go up into Lake Placid, and that is just a narrow 2-lane highway. And I can see that getting very congested. Either one of those roads, they're only 2-way highways. And as you can see, we have several cars ahead of us. And as soon as they round the bend, you're going to see that there's a line of cars behind us. I thought in taking some back roads, there might be a little less congestion on the highways as far as trying to reach spots of totality. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how this works out. Okay, now we're going through the town of Hope, H-O-P-E, and I just took a real quick count from my rear view camera, and it looks like we got about a dozen cars behind us. and maybe a half a dozen ahead of us. I think it was back in 2017 that we had a partial eclipse here in New York State. I don't know the exact date that we had a total eclipse here in upstate New York, but I guess this is what everybody is terming a once-in-a-lifetime event. And as you can see, we just passed the sign showing that we are still continuing on Route 30, which is also known as the Adirondack Trail. I'm not sure where all these people are going. They may be trying to find a back way into Lake Placid. I'm not sure. I may stop in Speculator. The Speculator Fire Department has a fire tower right alongside their property, and it's called, I believe, the Makomis Fire Tower, and it's generally open to the public. Who knows? I may just stop there and climb the fire tower and see what I can see with the eclipse from that location. We will see. And we're just entering the town of Wells, New York. Well, the one thing I noticed is the road is super smooth. You would think that this would be a kind of a backcountry road, you know. I mean, it is the Adirondack Trail, the main highway up through to points north, and you wouldn't expect the road to be this nice. I don't know if it's newly paved, when it was paved, or what, but no potholes, nice and smooth. Can't beat it at all. Makes for a very enjoyable ride. Now, I was born and raised in the southern portion of the Adirondack Park. I'm still within the Adirondack Mountains, but to travel to points north, like Lake Placid or Adirondack Lake, Tupper Lake, I'm always exploring the back roads because I'm trying to find the elusive moose. Now, the moose have been making quite a comeback over the years, and there have been a lot of sightings, and in fact some that are very close to me, but they're far and few in between. I just never ever seem to find them, and for me they're about as elusive as Bigfoot. Whether you call them Yeti, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, there have been reports of Adirondack Bigfoot. Many sightings over the decades. When I was younger, I did used to hike the trails to Adirondack Mountain, which is the second highest peak in New York State. And we used to stay overnight in lean-tos that the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation built for hikers to sleep in overnight. And never experienced anything, never saw anything. I've done a lot of tent camping in portions of the Adirondacks. Same thing. Never heard or saw anything. But there are people who swear they have had encounters. For me, I'll keep an open mind. And it looks like the tribe of cars continues. I still have the line ahead of me, and I still have quite a line behind me. I'm not sure how far north I'm going to go. I'm not sure how far north these people are going to go. They may be headed to Tupper Lake, who knows. And now, according to my GPS, we are heading in a westerly direction. Well, it's just about 1 p.m. and I think the eclipse is supposed to occur a little bit after 3 p.m. So there's still plenty of time to get our butts situated somewhere. And there's a sign that says, "Welcome to Speculator." And again, we're still traveling north on Route 30, which is the Adirondack Trail. Sign back there says, "Welcome to Lake Placid." One of the go-to places up here in Speculator is a general store. It's called Charlie John's. I've stopped there before. Okay, now we're in the village of Speculator. Charlie John's has everything. If you're camping up here, camping in the North Country or up in the Adirondacks, you need to stop in there. They pretty much have everything that you need. A lot of camping supplies, food and drinks. Okay, I can see the fire tower from here. Some people are sitting on benches right here at the lake. Wow, lots of cars in the parking lot. It looks like quite a few people here in Speculator. I'm going to see if I can get in here by the Speculator Fire Department and maybe get near the Makomis fire tower. Pretty busy, lots of people. Well, maybe I will park right in this location. Ooh, finally made it to the cab. Awesome views from inside the fire tower.